I've been looking for a mirror, and I think I found it in your eyes. She's been looking for a reason, and I think she found it in my mind. So we're moving this colorful night, and we're staying.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Bella here. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a chit chat get ready with me. So if you guys want to see the look that I end up creating, then go ahead and keep on watching. So first things first, I'm going to be priming my eyelids. I already have some on. I'm using the Tarte Ultra Creamy Shape Tape Concealer, and I'm just going to be applying it all over the lid. Alright, so now that I have my eyeshadow primer on and it's nice and blended and set in place with translucent powder, I'm going to highlight my brow bone, and I'm going to be using this palette, the Malibu Barbie palette from ColourPop, and I always use this shade right here to highlight my brow bone. And so I'm just going to go in. I'm just warning you guys, I'm probably going to use like 5 different palettes to create this look, because that's just my favorite thing to do, is to just grab a bunch of palettes and then create a look with it. So don't be discouraged. You can use whatever eyeshadows you have at home. So now I'm going to highlight that area. With the Aura and Out palette from ColourPop as well, and this is what it looks like on the inside. And I'm going to be using this shade right here, which is like a really light beige color, as my transition shade. And then I'm going to be using this glittery shade up here, this pressed glitter. I'm going to put that all over my lid. So taking that light beige shade, I'm just going to be putting that in my crease as my transition shade. Now I'm going to be cleaning up the lid space, and I'm going to be using the Maven Beauty cream eyeshadow in the shade Alpaca, and I'm just going to be applying that all over my lid. And yeah, I really love this Maven Beauty cream eyeshadow because it really does not crease and it dries down matte very quickly, where if you go in with a concealer to clean up your lid space, it will definitely crease and move around a lot more than this product right here. I've been using it in almost all of my looks, whenever I cut the crease or whenever I just want to define that lid. Next, I'm going to be going into the shade Energetics, this shade right here, and I'm just going to be applying that all over my lid. I'm going to avoid the lash line area just because we are going to be going in with some eyeshadow to really smoke out a kind of wing liner effect. So I just want to avoid that area. And I really love this product because even though it is a pressed glitter, it just has no fallout, and you don't need any glitter glue. It automatically just kind of adheres to the eye, which I really love. And yeah, so I'm going in with this brown shade right here, and I'm just going to be applying that to the outer third of the eye, pretty much starting right about here, and then flicking it out when I get to the outermost corner. So now I'm going to be using the Dose of Colors Smoky Soiree palette, and I'm going to be using this brown shade right here. And it's a little bit darker than the previous brown shade that we used, and I'm going to be applying it right below the previous brown shade just to add kind of like a gradient effect, so when it comes to blending it's going to be a lot easier, just like that. Now I'm going to go in with the black eyeshadow in the palette right here, and I'm going to be adding this right below all of the work that we just did, really close to that lash line, as close as I can possibly get. And I really love just layering eyeshadows like this. It does become kind of tedious and time consuming, but I feel like it just the end result looks so much better, and I feel like when you layer your eyeshadows, it just makes it that much easier to blend it out at the end. So just going to be applying that right on the lash line. And now I'm just going to blend that out with the same pencil blending brush that we used previously. And I picked up some of that first transition shade, and all I do is light tapping motions and circular motions to really help with the blending, and same thing to the other side. Super easy to blend out. And now I'm just going to remove that tape. And as you guys can see, we have a perfect wing. And if you're like a beginner and you're struggling with creating like a really nice wing, I highly recommend this technique because it's just so foolproof and easy, and I promise that you will like the end result, especially if you do the layering technique that I just did. Now time for lashes. The lashes that I am going in with are the TATTI lashes in the style TL10. And I really like how fluffy they are. They're just really pretty, and I feel like they go with every single eye look, but they do like flare out a little bit more at the end, so they go really well with like a wing type of look. Next up is foundation. I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation in the shade 305 Neutral, and I'm just going to be applying that all over my face with a kabuki brush. Now I'm going to be adding some cream contour, and I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty cream contour in Tantour, and it's the shade Light. And I really love this product. It's been compared to the Chanel cream bronzer, and I'm just going to be applying that to my cheekbones, jawline, forehead, nose, and a little bit under my lip. Alright, now to blend out the cream contour, my favorite way to do it is to do stippling motions with the same kabuki brush that I used to apply my foundation, because any leftover product on the brush will help to blend the product out. And I just do tapping motions. And this product, you really don't have to blend a lot because it just blends right out. It's super easy to blend. For concealer, I'm going to be using the Tarte Ultra Creamy Shape Tape, the same concealer we used to prime our eyelids. And I'm just going to be applying that underneath my eyes, on the inner part and the outer. And then a little bit under my nose, on my chin, and a little bit on my nose, and in between my brows. So now that that concealer is blended, I went ahead and grabbed my Huda Beauty Easy Bake Banana Bread Loose Setting Powder, and I just used that to bake and set underneath my eyes. And I also like to grab that powder and really set my smile lines, my chin, and my forehead, pretty much my T-zone area where I tend to get the most oily. So I do tapping motions to wipe away the extra powder under my eyes, and I use it to set the rest of my face. So to finish off the eyes, I'm just going to be adding a little bit of mascara. Now we're going to finish off the rest of our face. To highlight, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit. And this is what it looks like on the inside. And I'm going to be mixing these two shades right here. And I'm just going to be applying it to the high points. using the Morphe 8H palette, and this is what it looks like. And I'm going to be using this shade Donut right here. And a little trick that I have for contouring with powder, if you want a really chiseled contour, is first go in with a brush like this, that it has an edge to it, a straight edge to it, and you're really going to create that chisel of where you want your contour to be. And then you're going to go in with a fluffier brush like this one and just do circular motions to really blend it out. And that's how you get the most precise contour. And I usually do that above my actual, so like my cheekbones right here, I usually do it right up here to give a lifted effect to the face. And I obviously bronze my forehead, my chin, all the same areas that I used the cream bronzer. So now I'm going to be going in with some blush, and this product right here is actually a bronzing palette, but I've been using it a lot with my blush. Whatever blush I'm using, I pair it with just to give kind of like a bronzy undertone. And it's the Too Faced Complexion Enhancing Highlighting Palette in Tan. And I mix these two shades right here because I tend to avoid this one because it's glittery, so I just mix these two right here. And today the blush that I'm going to be using is the Blush Like You Mint It Statement Blush from Dose of Colors, this really beautiful corally pink shade. And before, I really used to apply my blush right underneath the eyes, but now I like to apply it out here to give a more lifted look. And I do the same thing to the other side, and a little bit on the nose and forehead. Now moving on to the lips, I'm using the Dose of Colors Stone Lip Liner, and I'm just going to be lining my lips. And the gloss that I'm going to be using today is the Urban Decay Hi-Fi Shine in Midnight Cowgirl. And this is like one of my favorite lip glosses that I've ever used. And there you have it. That's the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you guys never ever miss out on any videos. And yeah, let me know if you guys like this style of videos, like a get ready with me, just full face, sitting down, talking to you guys. I know I really enjoyed it. So yeah, that's it for this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Away from the crowd and under the lights.